Welcome back, everyone. Tonight I am making teriyaki chicken. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Right, today I'm cooking in my jammies. Got my donuts on, got my cat in the hat, got my coffee. Alright, first thing I want to start with, clean your knife. I'm going to slice up my chicken and put it in a little bowl over here. And then I'm going to put some sauce in it just so it can marinate for a little bit, at least half an hour. I might do the same with the carrots and the mushrooms, but I might do half and half actually. I'll do like a carrot and a mushroom and a half, and I'll marinate those in the same sauce. The capsicum and the onion, they're just going to go in as is, because I want something to taste like a vegetable, if that's possible. I'm using thigh, as always. Sometimes I just cut a little bit of fat off, sometimes it's really fatty, which is fine, but I cut it off anyway. I'm going to do with thin slices, trying to keep them all the same. Oh, I can feel a bone there. Cut that out. I could edit this out, but I'm not gonna. It brings me to a good point. Every time you're using a thigh, just go through it, trim it up. It doesn't take a lot to trim things up. It makes all the difference. The last thing you want is to spend all this time making a delicious dinner and you bite into your chicken and it's all like... You don't want that. You don't want it. Nice and thin. Don't cut your fingers. Because it's bad, okay? You don't want to cut your fingers, okay? Now they're a bit long, I might just slice them up a little bit. I want them all the same size because then they cook evenly. And the nice big piece of that, I keep that as is. Sometimes making this easier, I'll slice this through the middle. I said I'll slice this through the middle, thank you. Because then it makes it easier for me to dice out how much, all the sizes. It's a bit easier to chop. Get off my finger, you fucker. As always, sharp knife. I'm keeping my knuckles out, my fingers in, and thumbs behind it, so I can never cut my fingers. I was going to do stroganoff, because a lovely young lady recommended stroganoff, but I just didn't think my cooking skills were strong enough. Of course they are. Get that fat off. Get off! Shoing, 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 shoing. If you make noises while you cut things, the knife actually gets like at least 30% sharper. It's true, it does. It just does. Right, I'll get this abomination out of the way. Wash my hands. Could have paused that. Right, now sauce. Teriyaki is good with a lot of ginger because it kind of spices it up a little bit. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Now I didn't have much left in this ginger here, so I just added just a tiny touch of water just to get most of that out. I'm just going to put all of that in there. Absolutely lovely. And it's not a cooking video unless you have garlic in there. I don't want to use too much because I don't want to take away from the ginger. Now I'm using thick teriyaki sauce for the marinade, and then when everything's in the pan I'm using a bit of a thinner one, which is a lot darker. Because, I don't know, just cause. It sounds a bit naughty. Stop. It wasn't quite enough, so I'll get the second bottle out. Could have edited this out, but you know what? I'm not gonna. I'm gonna get it raw. Now I want a fair bit in there because I want the teriyaki to taste like teriyaki. I'm using a bit of sesame oil as well. I really like sesame oil. It seems to well, it just does things. A bit of fucking pepper. I said in my last video, you can use normal pepper, but I'm using fucking pepper. And that's pretty much it for the chicken. You just give that a good old rub. Good old spin around. Good old fucking... Now it doesn't look very dark compared to the other one, but once everything's in the pan and I use that darker one, it gets very dark, which is good. A good teriyaki is a dark teriyaki. Now, as always, it has to make the sound of Teen Spirit. Yeah, you made dirty joke. I'm expecting this to be at least 3 serves of food. Because I'm a big boy. I'm a great big boy. So I use 2 big leg fillets. That's probably alright. It smells like it needs a bit more ginger. That's what I can't really smell the ginger. So I'm just going to get some more ginger. Oh, freshy. I got a fresh one. What the devil? Ugh. Where is the fucking thing? Where did the fuck? Yeah, just open. Oh, just. Oh, don't. This is embarrassing. There we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Can't believe I did that on the fucking camera. I remember when I was about 13. It was the age that Mum decided that she would hand the jars for me to open. I knew she could open them on her own. But boy, was I excited when she's like, oh, can you open this please, darling? And I'm like, you bet I can. I couldn't. But it's the thought that counts, so thank you, Mum. Yeah, boy. Oh, this is making me excite. The great excite. Okay, yeah, that's better. Now I can smell the ginger. Alright, I'm going to wrap this up and put it in the fridge for a bit, at least half an hour. That gives me enough time to do my veggie stuff. So I will see you soon. I'll just pause that. I'll fucking... Alright, now I'm up to the carrots. I peeled these earlier.
Hey guys.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, thanks, mate.
Good day.
Yeah, good, mate.
Was Pat at work today?
Yeah, I'm recording.
No recording.
You want a piece of carrot? You want a piece of carrot? Good girl. You want to do these in, like, say no longer than that. I'm going to cut them up quite thin. I'm not going to steam them or anything. I'm just going to stir fry them. Now the smart way to chop these would have the flat piece down so it can't move around on you. I kind of cut in an angle first, like that, and straight down. So you get nice little strips. Oops. If they're a bit thick, I'll just chop them in half. Oops. Actually, I'm probably just going to chop them in half anyway. Into the bowl. Set into the bowl. Nice thin strips like that. I try to follow the contours of where I grated them. Grated? What's that word I'm looking for? You know, peel. But you could also just go straight down. It's probably easier just go straight down. And watch your fingers because the knife wants to move around when you cut those. If you have them too long, it doesn't mix very well when you're stirring it around. If you hold your finger on the blade there, it stops it from turning around a bit. And nice and easy. Just like that. Lovely. Now, I won't show you cooking every single fucking thing, so I'll see you in a bit. Right, now, chopped all those. Now I'm gonna chop up some mushrooms. You get little black bits on here occasionally, so you can just give them a quick wash. Ew, slimy. Yeah, I like to just get that little thin pieces of that knob off. I'm gonna just slice these probably as is, maybe chop them in. I'll just show you. Well, don't start that again. And just watch the middle. I want these to take a while to cook, so I'm going to throw them in at the same time as the carrots. Wash. I know I haven't washed the other one, so I'm just going to pause this. I'm just going to pause, and we're back. Alright, same thing. Nice and simple. Now I forgot what the mushrooms these are called. They're not portobellos. Flat mushrooms maybe, I think. You could use portobellos, you could use shiitake, you could use whatever mushrooms you want really. I like those ones. There are many like it, but these ones I like. I'm going to need a bigger bowl. No, that'll be right. Now I'm only going to use a little bit of teriyaki sauce in here. Just enough to like cover it on the top. That's pretty enough. Ginger, garlic, and there's probably enough salt in there, so I won't bother. So I'll put some ginger and garlic in there, give it a good old mix around, and then I'll put that back in, put that in the fridge, and then I'll chop the other veggies, and then away we go. So I'll be back soon. Right, and we're back. Now, a lot of chefs, they'll slice these down to get the seeds out. I do it straight down the middle. I grab my 2 fingers in there and I pull this out. And then it allows you to just grab the pith and the seeds. Nice, quick and simple, rather than guessing and slicing where they are. And it takes the top out while you're there. Much simple as... Yeah, you can cut it long ways like this, like that. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to cut it like that. Use as much as I can, i.e. all of it, roughly in the middle. Give it a chop, maybe 2. Nice and easy. I plan to cook this quite hot, so very thin, wafer thin, smallish pieces. You know, they're roughly even. The ones that are shorter, they're fatter, so I want to guess they'll roughly cook at the same time. I'll separate those. So I like having a big knife and scoop it all up, nice and easy. And now for the onion. Straight down the pipes, butt side out, don't cut that bit. Slice through the middle, and maybe one on the top. Fingers in, knuckles out. Nice and simple as like that. Use all of it pretty much as I can really. That side out. Same again. Now I'm not cutting all the way through that way because I want it to stay together at the end. This one's a bit smaller, so nice and easy. Get that last bit. And that's pretty. Oh, I missed a bit. And that should be nice and pretty much even. And that's how I dice my onion. Now that's all the vegetables prepped. So, will I start with the onion? I think I will. No, what I'll do, I'll brown the chicken first. Take it out. Leave as much sauce in there as I can. Onions in first. And then carrots and mushrooms. And then capsicum will be the last vegetable. And then right towards the end, I'll put in some bean shouts. Bean shouts? I'll put in some bean shouts! And then teriyaki sauce. Jeez, I've got so perplexed then. Right, I'll see you soon. Alright. It's time for the chicken. Oh. Always give it a good mix before you throw it in the pan, eh? Alright. I've got a bit of oil in the pan now, so I'm going to throw this in because I don't have a phone holder upper up. And then we'll brown it, take it out. Alright, I got this on medium-high heat. I don't want it to cook it completely. I just want it to get kind of whitish brown. So when it's still a bit pink like that, you know, keep browning it. Oh, it smells delicious. I try to spread all those little bits out. I don't want all these little cuts sticking together. So I just, you know, try to get them away from each other. Alright, let's look, probably another couple more minutes or so. They are thin pieces, so take that into account of when you're browning it. You know, you've noticed you've cut your chicken into thicker pieces, obviously it's going to take longer to cook. That's looking almost there, so I'll see you soon. Right, chicken is now browned lovely. Now, if you're like me and you panicked and you forgot to cook your rice, do that now. So now I'm going to put in my onion. I've left as much sauce in the pan as I can. And then the rest is history, yeah. I'll see you soon. Get that onion in your pan. Little flick. Get all that sauce incorporated. As much of it you can anyway. Pump that heat back up. I don't want anything sticking to the pan, even though it's a non-stick pan. So when there's a little bit of sauce in there like there is now, it'll get hot and it will like want to stick to the edge like these pieces will want to. So you can throw on a bit more olive oil, or sesame oil, probably do the same thing, but sesame oil, it's overpowering sometimes. You know, if you're not used to it, you can taste it a lot, so olive oil might be better. And I can feel this is just starting to stick to the pan a little bit, so I'll throw on a bit of oil. I'll get that browning up nicely. Look at that thick piece. See, that's what I was talking about. You want to try and get those pieces down. You fucking... Alright. Starting to go nice. Now I want this to get like almost transparent. The onion, I mean. So that's how long you want to cook it for. And then I'll start adding other things. So I'll see in a bit. And that's starting to look about what I want it to. So now I'll add carrots and mushrooms. Yeet! I said yeet! I said yeet! Yeah, be right back. Alright, since I successfully emptied a fucking bowl, apparently that was really hard, give that a good mix. See that steam coming up there? That's going to help me cook those carrots. Just want to mix everything in there really, really well. Yeah. Now, it's definitely not going to look like teriyaki you would find in the shops, but it's going to taste quite nice. It tastes nice. This looks like it needs a bit more SAICE in there. A bit more sauce, a bit more SAICE, a bit more love. So I'm going to let that cook for a bit before I put the capsicums in there. And then once that's like, you know, I'll check a carrot and see if it's soft or whatnot, and then I'll chuck the chicken back in. And then I'll put some more SAICE in there. Right, that's carrots are not soft yet, but they're alright to go to the next stage. Last little bits of that in there. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, give that a good stir, make sure all the sauce gets distributed nicely. I kind of like using green better than red capsicums because it makes it look a bit more colourful. Alright, so mix that around, I'll cook that for a few minutes, and then I'll put the chicken back in, and then add some more teriyaki sauce, and then I'll just sizzle it down a bit, A, to get the sauce a bit thicker, you know, reduce it a bit, and B, just to make sure everything's nice and cooked. Alright, I'll let that cook for a bit and I'll add the chicken. Alright, so I've just added the chicken in. I'm gonna... That's probably enough, I don't want to use too much. Fuck it. I'll use the rest of it. It's pretty much empty anyway. This is where that nice black colour is going to come from, as I was mentioning earlier. Mix all that in there. Oh yeah, now it's really starting to smell like a good teriyaki. at all that SAICE. All that SAICE, saucy SAICE. Now, I added salt to the onions when I was cooking them, but that's the only time I've put salt in there because all this sauce, there's a fair amount of sodium fucking in this shit. Oh, that's looking good. Now my rice is already done. I just put it in a rice cooker because that's the best. It's just the best way to do it. If you don't have a rice cooker, just use a bit of rice in a pan. Always wash your rice. Get all that starch off there. It's bubbling away, so I might turn this down a little bit. And when you put the water in with your rice, I don't measure with a cup or this or that. I just put the water in until it reaches that first knuckle, that one there. And that's called the knuckle rule. And then you just put it on until it boils and then turn it down, and then it'll be done shortly after that. Oh, that's looking good. Oh, beautiful. Now that's what I call some teriyaki. Lovely. Alright, I'm going to let this simmer down and cook, and then you'll see me later. I totally forgot the bean shouts. Sorry, the bean shouts! So that goes in at the end, because they don't take a lot to cook at all. I really just want it to get mixed in with the sauce, really. And, you know, the heatness, hotness of the SAICE and the food will kind of cook these bean shouts on their own. Wow. I probably could have used a bit more SAICE. If you're wondering why I keep saying SAICE instead of sauce, I've been talking to this friend of mine. She's over in the Philippines, and she mistyped sauce and put an I instead of a U. So forever now, I always call sauce SAICE in her honour. SAICE! Welcome back. I'm pretty sure that this is done, but I always taste as I go. So I got a bit of chicken, carrot, and mushroom. Oh, it smells magnificent. Mmm. Mmm. Definitely has the factor. Oh. Everything's perfect. Fuck me sideways with a rake. Yummo. Oh, delicious. Look at that. Now, I like to be fancy. Always like to be fancy. So I finish it off with a nice little bowl of rice. Thanks for watching. Chicken teriyaki with some rice. Till next time.